Hey guys, Novipa here, and today I will be playing a Buried interactive story. So basically, Buried is an interactive story. The plot will change based on your choices you make. The story is broken into 5 chapters. Play straight through or at your own pace. There's no waiting and no pauses. Enjoy and choose wisely. So basically, this is you could say it's a fan fiction or something, it's just a story. So a story that I would read and make my choices. I saw this game and I think it might be a fun video to record, so let us begin. Oh man, the atmosphere spooky, man. I open my eyes and the first thing I want to do is scream. I'm flat on my back and everything seems to hurt. The trees overhead looks familiar. It's a clear night and sky, almost beautiful, except for the fact that this means I've been out cold for at least 6 hours. But there's something wrong. I don't remember what, but something happened and my head, my god, my head hurts and a ringing in my ears. Was there an accident? An explosion, I think. I remember Danny screaming, but after that I can't remember. As I sit up, I notice that my hard hat has been thrown off. I look around the area, but it's not here. It feels strange to go anywhere without my hard hat. But I've got to find the other members of the crew. They could be in danger. Do I search for my hard hat or do I forget the hat and search for my crew? Honest answer, protection is important, so search for my hard hat. I get up on my shaky legs and look around for a moment. A few nearby trees look to have been splintered and broken at the base recently. They certainly weren't like this earlier. Searching for the hard hat feels normal. It makes me feel like maybe there isn't something wrong here. I see it behind a fallen log, about 10 feet away from me. How it was thrown so far is beyond me. Driven by nothing more than habit, I walk over to it, pick it up, and place it on my head. Next, I walk over to the center of the logging site, and I don't like what I see. Oh, what did you see? That's why I'm curious now. The text is kinda going on a fast pace, but I'm gonna try catch up, I guess. The logging site looked like a bomb was detonated right in the center. I don't know where to start. The one load we had managed to stack on the truck for the day is overturned. The trailer bent and the logs hanging off the back. Where the hell is everyone? My head is killing me and this ringing in my ears. I can't hear anything. Not birds, not my footsteps, nothing. It makes me wonder if I hit my head after a hard hat flew off. I ran through a quick mental checklist to make sure my brain is still working. My name is Roger Hastings. I'm 41 years old. The year is 2017. I own a small logging company and we've been logging in this strip of Kentucky woodland for almost a month now. Okay, so my brain works. That's a relief, but it also makes me fearful because something is certainly not right here. I look around the logging site, my mind trying to figure out what has happened. Just about every piece of equipment has been overturned or tilted. Okay. Look at the debris or look at the truck? It's pretty obvious the truck is overturned, so look at the debris. Or debris, there are bits of debris everywhere. There are fragments of the 5-gallon bucket I keep our work rack in, a loose saw chain and an overturned gas canister. Had there been an explosion, all of the fuel on the site would have started a fire, but there's no charring, no burning, no nothing. I walked through the area where Dennis had been working. From the looks of it, he'd be moving. I thought that was help, but okay. He'd be moving slowly. He'd only taken down 4 trees today. That's interesting. His metal lunchbox is open, an indicator that he had been taking an early break. But he's not here. No one is here. Where the hell is everyone? I could try to make a call on my cell phone, but its battery is already running really low. Not that it matters. The reception is crap out here. I mean, you already say the reception is kinda shit here, so or kinda crap here, so why not just yell out for someone? Hey guys, where is everyone? Tony, Dennis, Frank, Joe. But their names fall flat among the wreckage. I get nothing back other than scaring away a few birds overhead. Might as well start walking and try to find some answer. The highway is almost a mile back through the woods, down the gravel road we used to reach the site. Maybe the crew ran that way for help, but why would they have left me? Were they scared? Out of sorts? Maybe I can catch up to them, but with my truck overturned on its side, it looks like I'll be walking. My god, I can't even remember what I was doing before waking up on my back. Wait, what's that underneath the bulldozer? Oh my god, it's a leg. It has to be either Tony or Dennis. Oh no. Okay, the dozer looks unstable. Like it might roll some more. Might not be safe to get close, but at the same time I can't leave him there. Okay, because I am curious who he is, let's go and take a look. Hey, I yelled. Are you okay? Are you alive? Holding onto my head, I skip over the wrecked equipment and stray logs to get a closer look. I can see a bit more of the leg. The jeans are soaked in blood. I recognize the work boot. It's clearly Tony. His leg is bent at an impossible angle, nearly crushed flat. The closer I get, the more apparent it becomes that Tony didn't survive. Why would you pull the body out? No, leave the body alone. Jesus is already bent, he's dead. There's nothing I can do for him now. I start to back away slowly. In my shock, I stumble back, suddenly tripping over one of the stray logs. My head collides with one of the logs as I bite the ground. But my hard head does its job. Thank God I decided to look for it earlier. But what's more startling is realizing that Tony is dead. Jesus, okay. Looking at him, I feel something rising up in my throat, and I don't know if it's scream or vomit, but I have to push it away. If I lose my cool right now, there are too many questions that will go unanswered. Shit, I can't believe this. Tony, he had 2 boys. He coached his oldest son baseball team. He was the hardest worker I had and was one of the most honest and reliable men I knew. This isn't right. This is sad. I can't stay here. I have to find Dennis, Frank, and Joe. I have to find out what happened here. God damn. Okay. So Tony's dead. There's another 3 more people missing. So hopefully we can find them. Ooh, Jesus, this is intense. Okay. As I walk through the stack of logs from the last week or so of work, everything feels frozen. This high-pitched sound in my ear is terrible. It keeps happening every few seconds and sounds like it's coming from far away. I can't help but wonder, is it my ears or is it something else? The silence out here is creepy, and there's a smell like the atmosphere after a bad summer storm. I might as well admit it, I'm a little scared. Everyone is missing and it's dead quiet out here. There doesn't seem to be a breeze to rustle the leaves and branches. My right knee hurts like hell. My head was hurting so bad before that I never even noticed the pain in my knee. I must have hurt it during the what? Accident or... Wait, is that Dennis? Oh, someone's there. Okay. I see him sitting on the ground, motionless, about 30 feet away. Okay, I'm not gonna just yell out straight away. I think I'll walk up to him because I just don't want to startle him. He's just sitting there, not moving. I walk up slowly next to him. Dennis, hey man, can you hear me? I tap him on the shoulder. He looks up at me from the ground, clearly coming out of daze. Yeah, Roger. I hear you. That's a weird name to, put. Okay, he says. Dennis is built like a wrestler and has the tough personality to match. But in this moment, he looks disorientated and even a little anxious. Though I'm glad to see him, the fear of his usually confident face is alarming. What the hell happened? What's going on? He asked. Don't know, the crew is missing. An explosion, I think. But it's not an explosion as we already concluded, so don't know, the crew is missing. Missing? Dennis says. Where do you think they went? I'm not sure, I say, but it has me pretty freaked out. Something's not right here. Still sitting on the ground, he looks around the wood as if he is just understanding the severity of the situation. The equipment was overturned, the dozer too, I say, shifting my hard hat and wiping my forehead. You okay? I ask him. Yeah, just shaken up. Me too. This might be the most intimate conversation Dennis and I have ever had. While he and I have always been on good terms, we never been particularly close. I've always respected him though. Sure, he's come to work a few times looking like he's been in a bar fight the night before. Okay, that's interesting. But I've also seen him do an enthusiastic impression of a dinosaur as he played with Tony's kid while they waited for their dad to finish up his shift. It's then that it hits me. Dennis and Tony were good friends. Oh god. I'm not sure I want to rattle him with news of Tony's death right now. Not before we know what's going on, but he has the right to know. Yes, he has the right to know. So Tony is dead. You upfront with Dennis about Tony. Dennis' eyes fixate on me. Started. He was crushed under the dozer, I say. Dennis paused for a moment, like he is trying to understand what I said. His eyes narrow and his bottom lips quiver. Shit, he say. And I can tell that he is fighting back tears. He and Tony had been tight, almost like brothers. Hey, he added quickly, as if trying to escape the reality of Tony's death. Did you see the light? No, I say. What did you see? I don't even know, Roger, he says. It was like this flare of white light. It came right up out of the ground, like an explosion. So there was an explosion, I say. Maybe it was some equipment or... There was no equipment, Dennis interrupted, agitated. This huge ball of light came right out of the damn ground. Where did it go then, since you already described it's a circle ball? It just shot into the sky until it was out of sight. When? I'm not sure, he answered, but I had finished about 10 trees for the day and was about to top one. That's when it happened. You were almost done with 10 trees? I asked. Yeah, he says, looking at the ground. You know, I wouldn't want to take a lunch break until I was done. Wait, so he's lying then? Because we already know that the lunchbox is like, like empty. And that's when the light blew up. Why? You don't believe me? Honestly, I feel like he's lying just because he say he's about to finish 10 trees when he's only usually done 4. Okay, you know what? Just to build a good relationship, I will say I believe you. Because the shit is going on is just crazy, man. He saw what he saw. I think to myself, he has no reason to lie about this. My god, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, he says. But if I'm being honest, it scared me pretty bad. And if it's all the same to you, I would like to get the hell out of here. We both stand up and start heading towards the road. It isn't until we start moving that I see Dennis is wounded. Oh no! His right side is coated in blood, the red seeping through his blue work shirt. Well, that's pretty obvious then. There are splatter of it here and there, but also a very large red spot that makes me worried. How do you get injured, or are you in a lot of pain? Usually I'm very concerned, so I will ask, are you in a lot of pain? I'm being better. I don't know how much longer I can stay on my feet, he says. What happened? I ask. I'm not sure, Dennis replies. I must have gotten thrown or hurt somehow from that light. It's then that I notice that the strange ringing noise is still filling the air. Hey, I say, stopping. Do you hear that high-pitched ringing noise every once in a while? Dennis looks scared when I ask him this question, and he just nods. I thought it was just me, he says. He looks out of sort and uncertain. I've never seen him like this before. It's obvious that he's looking for some reassurance. Even though I'm his boss, there's something very unnerving about this. We'll be okay. It's probably nothing. It's freaking me out. Okay, honestly, because I'm a boss and I'm supposed to be like, confident, so I'll say, well, I'll be okay, I guess, even though it's not. Let's be realistic, I tell myself. I might as well try to be empathetic. Out here in the middle of these woods, the ringing could be anything. Maybe a car alarm from through the woods or something. What? Okay, still, even my passive comment seems to have reassured Dennis. He looks a bit calmer, more relaxed. We both start moving forward and don't say another word. Did you try to call Frank? Dennis asked. I know he had his cell on him today. Not yet. Luckily, I still have some battery left. I pull out my cell and call Frank. Happy I didn't make that call to Dennis earlier. Oh, thank God. Okay, I guess. It rings, but he doesn't pick up. But then I hear his phone go off behind the stack of logs. Dennis and I give each other a look. As the phone goes to voicemail, I hang up and walk behind the logs to find Frank's phone on the ground, abandoned. We look around for Frank but find nothing, not a single trace. It's then that I notice something really odd. A 10-foot wide hole in the ground, right near where the phone was. But there's no stray pile of removed dirt or rocks. It's been damn, stop moving fast, man. Text. It's clean, smoothly dug, cutting into the earth, wide but only a few feet deep. Okay. It looks unnatural, like the ground was just deleted. No shovel, no diggers used. Dennis walked over to it. This looks like the same kind of hole where I saw that light came from the ground. He mused to himself. I say nothing. My mind is spinning, but I don't know what to think. I also don't know what to think, so we need to get out of here, Dennis mutters. At that moment, that ringing noise carries through the forest again, sending a shiver down my spine. Dennis is right. There's something strange going on, and we might not be safe here. But that ringing sound could be a clue to where the rest of the crew went. I mean, you already found one of the crew, and one of them is dead. The other one, I assume is dead as well because the phone is abandoned and he probably got consumed by the white light. I would say no. Let's check out that sound. Curiosity is going to kill the cat, so let's just go. We decided to check the sound. Something's not right here. I see. Not if there's a mechanic noise like that. You think someone is out here? He asked. Maybe. I think we should at least check it out. They might be able to help. Yeah, you go right ahead, he said with a grin. I'll be here waiting for you. Better hurry though. Ah, okay then. Dennis doesn't look like he's in the best shape to be trotting around the forest, but we need some answer right away too. I don't feel comfortable leaving Dennis behind, but I also feel bad if I really have to move him. Okay, you know what? I think I will leave him behind just so that he can rest up. I don't want to move and injure him even more, so... Bye, Dennis. You decided to leave Dennis behind, yep. Okay, I'll go alone, I say. You stay here and try to hang on. I'll try and find anyone. I give Dennis a final look, sensing that this could be a big mistake. Oh, Jesus. He's looking at me like he's terrified of me now, making a moan in his throat. I turn away and start moving through the woods quickly. With Dennis all alone, I need to find a crew and get some help right away. Every tree out here looks exactly the same. I grew up in the country and can find my way around the forest without much of a problem. But I'm starting to feel a little disorientated. I'm leaning against a tree when I see something that has no business being here. Our logging crew has been out here for 3 weeks and it seems impossible that we could have missed it. Okay, let's continue. How long is this though? That's what I'm curious. Oh, okay, we're on a new location right now. There's a door right there. It's a small building, sort of like mixture of shack and a bunker. It looks to be made of concrete, but more sweet and plain old erosion also make it look sort of mystical. It looks like something out of the demented version of a medieval fantasy movie. Part of me wants to go back for Dennis. Seeing this eerie building in the middle of nowhere makes me yearn for company. It makes me feel like a little kid that is spooked of that old abandoned house at the end of the street. Plus that ringing noise that happens every once in a while, I think it's coming from this building. I'm racking my brain trying to remember if I've seen this before, but I haven't, I'm sure of it. It has never been here until now. Is Frank in there or Joe? They can't be, but then again, they aren't anywhere out here. Okay, looking inside the building is certainly more appealing than walking through the woods for a mile with an aching knee. I find that I'm a little scared when I take my first few steps towards the building. The first thing I see is a sturdy metal door closed shut. Well, if it's a sturdy metal door, there's definitely no one there. Because I don't think Joe or Frank would have opened it. So based on what I think I should do, I am gonna force it open. I set my feet and get ready to push my way in. After holding my breath, I put my hand on the handle and thrust my shoulder into the door. But I immediately realized this wasn't necessary. The door opens easily even though there is a lock that clicks as it opens. Interesting. After catching myself, I returned to look at the lock. For some reason, it appears to lock from the outside. Is someone trying to keep somebody from leaving? Stretching out in front of me is a small interior to match the outside. Okay. The building is totally empty. There's a concrete floor and dingy, featureless walls. There are no windows, giving the place an even more isolated feel. Still, I hear the ringing noise coming from somewhere in here. It's louder now, more prominent. For some reason I don't know how to pronounce that, but I think I pronounced it correctly. The interior seems confining at first, but a small set of concrete steps lead about 5 feet down, revealing a long corridor. Okay, let us continue. Dude, you know the music is kind of creeping me out. And now you're showing me a long corridor. It's really narrow though. It's a massive corridor. In fact, like I'm in some kind of building underground. It seems to go on forever. This corridor is quite dark, lit only by emergency light spaced every 10 feet or so. I assume I'm now underground because this corridor extends far beyond the limits of the building I entered. I realized that someone might not appreciate finding me here. I would say that we are in a really someone else territory, so I would like to go quietly. Stealthy is the right answer. I feel like a ghost, like I truly have no business being here. I move slowly, my feet not making a noise. If anyone is in here, I want to make sure they don't hear me. I tiptoe forward as softly as I can. Just coming into view at the end of the hallway is another set of concrete stairs, leading further down into the depth of the earth. I can still hear the ringing noise every so often, coming from somewhere in here. I look ahead to the concrete stairs, wondering just how far they go. I approach the stairs, and as I take my first step down, I get the sense that I'm crossing some sort of line here. There may very well be no going back. Okay, don't say like that. You're making me anxious, man. Dude, more stairs and rusty railings, man. What's over there? I feel like there's something there. As I head down the stairs, I notice that they look aged. That damn ringing noise is somewhere below, louder than ever. I feel like I'm walking down into the cellar of a haunted house. The lights becoming scarce, and the stairs take a slight turn. I can feel the temperature drop. As I keep moving down the stairs, my mind seems to be locked in on the unknown fate of the rest of my crew. Frank is married, and I met his wife a few times, a nice woman with a huge laugh. My heart sank a bit when I realized I might never again get to hear him bending out classic rock tunes during my lunch break. Joe, god damn it, don't talk about all this, man. Joe, well, I don't know too much about him. He's 22 years old and is considering community college. His folks are deadbeat, so he has been providing for himself since the age of 16 or so. Oh, that's quite sad. Out here in the woods, regardless of their backgrounds or age, I'm responsible for them. Yup, you're the boss, so whether frequently the local bar after a long day or while away from their families on this risky job, I'm responsible for them. Maybe I can still find them and still get to hear Frank singing in his deep baritone voice after a few too many drinks. Okay. I slowly stick my foot out in search of the next step. I can't help feeling like a child as a very powerful fear sees me. I'm expecting a monster to reach out of the darkness, slicing into my throat. After what feels like forever, we come to the bottom of the stairs. I'm closer to the source of the ringing noise now. A door sits securely in the wall and looks just as out of place down here as I feel. A silver of light seeps through, illuminating the area. The door has what looks like a panel with lots of labels and lights. Small embossed print above the panel says Level 1 Entrance Gate, Transport Sector, and there's a button with no label. Okay, before we even push any button, I think we should inspect the panel first. That's like the most important thing. The panel looks like a diagnostic or alert system of some kind. Each label meant to communicate some status. Lockdown engaged. Experiment in progress. Shutdown engaged. Those all appear to be off. But one of the phrases has a slowly blinking red light next to it. The only power light on this whole thing. Well, that's interesting. Abnormal entity breach. What the hell? I slowly push the door open and more light pours in as I walk through. As I do, that ringing or beeping or whatever the hell it is gets a little louder. The door closes behind me with a click. At this moment, I can't help but think about Danny's back up on the surface. What is going on up there? Why did that bulldozer turn over? What was it that knocked us out? I hope I haven't left him in the dangerous situation.